And we are a go. Green light. The flies have been dealt with. We're still not sponsored by Oreo, and I am joined again by my lovely friend who hates being here, Jackson.
What are you talking about? I couldn't. I love it.
Don't even start. You're so genuine when you say it. Ooh,
McDonald's slogan. I love it.
I'm loving it, right? Who knows? We're
Right.
not sponsored by them, but hey, we could become a fitness channel that's sponsored by McDonald's. And we could just say it's healthy and shit.
That would work. Yeah.
We could do it.
I think people would buy that.
So, for everyone at home, this has kind of just been thrown together last minute because there's been
Like all of the other ones.
like a lot of the other ones, because we've got some, not a particular movie to talk about today, but just some news from all over the place. The first one that came out over the last week, and this has been developing over time, was that Warner Brothers and HBO Max and all that, which I'm
cool.
assuming you've heard of before. I don't know what's cool about that. It's just the streaming service. It's like this company and like Netflix. Oh, cool. Yeah, Netflix. Nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Nice. Anyway, it was announced that Warner Brothers were going to do something daring in releasing Wonder Woman, the new Wonder Woman film.
That is daring.
They were going to release it at the end of the month at no extra cost on top of, to the already paid subscription service on HBO Max. And so everyone's very quick to say it's the death of cinema and it's the end of the fucking world. But it is quite, I thought it was quite daring from a competitive standpoint. How long are Marvel going to hold off on releasing Black Widow if Warner Brothers is just going to start releasing films? This also slaps Disney Plus in the face, who charged like $25 to $30 for Mulan on top of the streaming service fee already, where this is basically free. People cry out for the death of cinema with it all because if it comes out free and you can watch it at home, or you can go spend $16 at the cinema when it comes out a month later, and then potentially see it with maybe some okay people, or there might be crying children. So it's...
I mean, the thing is, though, is Wonder Woman going to be any good?
I feel like it's going to be really good. I feel like it's going to be better than the first one. Not by a lot, but I think it's going to be a fun time. So, this news has been developing, and all of a sudden, in the last week, I can't remember exactly what day it was, Warner Brothers are like, hey, all of our 2021 movie slate is releasing on HBO Max at no extra cost. Every film. Then people were crying about cinema dying. And that is a big deal, considering along that lineup, there's the fourth Matrix film. There's, I think there's another Space Jam movie. Not that anyone really cares, but like,
hell yeah!
There's the target audience. They knew you were there. Yes.
Yeah, Space Jam 2.
Yeah. So, there's apparently a heap of movies. Absolutely heaps. So, on top of Justice League's Snyder Cut as well, there's so much. But every film that Warner Brothers could possibly be producing is coming for free on HBO Max. And it's really opened everyone's eyes up, and they're only doing it for 2021. And this can either be a really good thing or a really bad thing. I think, again, people are too quick to say that it's the death of cinema, but because they're making so much money off people joining the streaming service, if they cut back on their percentages of how much they take from each ticket sold to a theater, it could actually give the people who run the theaters more money than what they're getting at the moment. So it could be good for cinemas as well as being good for the streaming service. Because there's some movies I want to see in the cinema, like fucking, I don't know, let's say Space Jam 2.
Cat.
What?
Also Space Jam, but also Cats.
Yeah, like Cats, But I don't need to go out to the cinema to watch the new Star Wars film. You know, that
Nor
I
would you
could just
want.
stream that. But Cats, I need to see where it was meant to be seen, IMAX in a massive cinema.
Yes.
So
With an almost empty cinema, and
what do you
you're
mean?
the only person
Packed
who's
with
singing.
loving and caring friends who are as dedicated to the film as you are. We've got to paint an accurate picture here.
My mate made me look like an idiot.
What do you
'Cause-
mean? You guys went in as a beautiful couple and shit?
No, he didn't sing along. He didn't sing along as well.
I can't.
I was
Nah,
the only one in the entire cinema.
nah, that's fucked. How could he not sing? Like, what is even the point? Why would you even go?
Exactly.
You're just
it's a
burning money.
musical.
You have to be there, not just see the experience, but live it. You have to
That's exactly
grow
right.
the fur on your body and start dancing. Like,
That's horrific.
then stare into each other's eyes like the three cats at the end, like staring.
That is horrific. I hate that.
What do you mean? It's the best part.
True.
Yeah, you did tell me
True.
all this. You told me it was just something else. So yeah, we've had all this stuff with Warner Brothers, and I don't know how I feel about it all. We can't get HBO Max here in Australia, so we're fucked. Everything will have to still be by the cinemas, but it could be better for them. It could be worse. It depends. Like, you know, they could just say, no, fuck you. We're not taking less from the movie tickets. They still cost just as much, and destroy them. You mentioned your local cinema shut down not long ago.
Yeah, I burnt it down the other day.
Oh, we did not just publicly admit to any crimes of any sort.
Threw a couple Molotovs through the window.
No, don't give them the deets. That's just evidence that's non-canon and like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Alternate universe. Oh
Right.
god.
Yeah.
So, speaking of alternate universes, we've touched on this in other podcasts, but a Into the Spider-Verse live action kind of movie, and how some people might be on, and then they're not, and
We know more about that now.
we know more about that now. So, as of today, the recording date,
more
9th.
importantly than that,
Yes.
I watched Spider-Man 2 the other day.
Still fucking good, eh?
Yeah, it is. It's really good.
Yeah. Could be jeopardized forever now.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know if I want to hear what you're about to say.
I know I'm so 50-50 on whether this is really, really, really cool or this is really, 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 really bad.
Oh yeah.
So, for the new Spider-Man film, we apparently might be getting a title tomorrow or something. We don't know. Not only we know Tom Holland's in it, Zendaya is in the film. It was kind of rumored about Jamie Foxx's Electro. All this is half speculation, but then the other half of the pond are 100% this is happening. One thing that is basically 100% happening, Alfred Molina is coming back as Dr. Octopus.
He's really good as Doctor.
Kirsten Dunst is coming back as Mary Jane. Emma Stone is coming back as Gwen Stacy, permitting her pregnancy, whether that's all over the place. Andrew Garfield is coming back, and Tobey Maguire is coming back. It's gonna be fucking massive.
That's pretty epic.
Now, the fear is that they go, okay, we're going to just rip straight into these other movies and take these characters out and things are just going to change so that mid-train sequence they rip Otto and Spidey out and throw them into this other film. You're ruining the whole I will not die a monster and the closure to
Yeah,
it.
that's so weird.
Or
that I don't know.
It could be
canon.
It could be a turn of events where Otto ends up killing Spider-Man or finally beating him on the train. Otto wins in that scenario, like in a different way, or even I don't know. Let's just say he wins, he kills Spider-Man, and then he goes on to be even more evil, and then gets ripped into this other universe or something.
Okay. The thing is, though, right? So if Spider-Man didn't stop him and Otto won, then like Otto would have died like 20 minutes later anyway when
Yeah,
he successfully built the thing.
I know it's a bit confusing, exactly where they're going with it.
So it's not like there's like a darker timeline where Otto becomes like evil. It's just there's a darker timeline where Otto becomes dead.
Yeah, I
from-
guess what I'm saying is, instead of it being the Spider-Man 2 universe, it's like an
Yeah,
alternate reality on that one where maybe Spider-Man didn't win, and it's
yeah.
that
I'm
Otto that's
surprised
taken.
they'd be bringing back Otto as Doc Ock and not Willem Dafoe as Green Goblin.
I know, is it up on the cards? I mean, everybody's coming back. I've seen someone that I follow on Twitter say, if they bring Topher Grace back, I'm in.
Oh yeah, that's Eddie Brock, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, it's... I don't know. It could be really good or really bad. And what makes me lean towards bad is the people that are controlling all of these characters and everything that's happening. The
I'm
guys
not the
who
one who wrote them originally.
Yeah, they're the ones that wrote Far From Home.
Oh,
But
that's
there's
that's
other
not
people saying that Alfred Molina and Toby would only come back if Sam was involved in one way or another. With hopefully, we can only hope that he's just tagged on as a producer or something to, kind of keep control of those characters or how they would act and what they would do. But I'm really excited to see what the hell is going to happen. Because
yeah.
we might be in for another very, very messy Spider-Man 3. So, who fucking
Because the thing
knows?
is, like, that's a lot of characters to have in one film.
I know. You know what I'd like to see? I'd like to not see Emma Stone come back as Gwen Stacy, but I would like to see her come back as Spider-Gwen, or whatever, straight after the events of The Amazing Spider-Man 2. So for Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man, he's looking at his dead ex and she has no idea about anything he's gone through. That would be cool.
That would be kind of epic,
Because
yeah.
then we get another Spider-Man on top of that. That would be nice. But there's already so much. I mean, I don't know how you'd pay tribute to each one and keep enough screen time, and then it's like Spider-Man fans are becoming Star Wars fans, and you've got to be very, very delicate with which Spider-Man you touch and how you present them. Because if you're bringing back Raimi and then he's getting overshadowed because Tom Holland is just tougher and better and awesomer in every way, people are going to be mad. I'm going to be one of them. Then you've got the other people that are just pro MCU, fucking praise them because they never do anything wrong ever, and then what, Raimi's Spider-Man's gonna come here and just solve everything? They're not gonna have it either. So it's like...
But who cares about what they think?
Who cares? But it's gonna be a very delicate situation trying to handle the screen time. I mean, I don't know, even because with what we've seen, it sounds like they're building a Sinister Six film with Jamie Foxx's Electro, Alfred Molina's Doc Ock, probably Vulture from Homecoming. It's a Sinister Six movie is complex enough, bouncing all these characters off one another. Which, I mean, they've shown that through Endgame and Infinity War they can balance all that. But these aren't the Russo brothers doing it. This is John Watts's. I'm pretty sure it's John Watts trying to control all this. The guy who does the newer Spider-Man films.
Oh.
So, whether he can balance all these characters.
People had like 10 years, I think, of movies setting up all those characters.
I mean, it would be really nice to not let everything that we had built up with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man go for nothing. I'm really more interested to see his Spider-Man. Because with Raimi's, I feel like it's very much going to be a smaller, controlled kind of cameo or 5 minutes of... Toby's only going to do so much.
I want him to be in the movie that much.
I know, that's where I'm so... I'm so worried.
Mm.
I really don't want them to damage the integrity of these characters, or if they try to ruin Spider-Man 2 and cut right in the middle of that film to bring you this one. Nah. In any context, even if this new one is great, you don't touch the original. Don't
Yeah,
do
even if
it.
it's great, Spider-Man 2 is probably still going to be better.
I know. I just don't know how
Because
are you
Spider-Man
gonna
2 has
have.
that scene right after the fucking, like, Otto's lab explodes and shit, and his wife dies when he's in the hospital, and it's like a horror movie for like 5 minutes.
Oh man,
That scene is great. I love that
I love it.
scene.
That was uh Raimi's statement on everyone that was a massive fan of the Evil Dead films. That just went, all right, now you make Spider-Man films. You've left what made you great behind. You can get fucked now. And he's like, no, I have not forgot my horror roots. Let me just put a little scene in there for you guys, with a bit of a
That scene
wink.
fucking terrified me as a kid.
Yeah, man, it was awesome. I really miss kids' films that had scarier scenes that would just stick with you. Everything's
Yeah.
way too safe now. But anyway.
I mean, like we mentioned it briefly earlier, but Cats is a kid's film, and the thing I saw will stay with me for the rest of my life.
Cats is a kids' film.
Ostensibly, yeah.
I think that's a hot
It's
take
got,
if I've ever heard one.
it's got James Corden falling over in it, so.
I suppose, yeah, it is made for kids then, isn't it? Taylor Swift is in it.
Hmm.
I was thinking of getting you a copy of Cats in like 4K Blu-ray for your birthday. Just sending it to you anonymously in the mail.
I mean, I feel like doing it anonymously wouldn't. I'd be able to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this new Spider-Man film. I feel like a lot of MCU fans are just upset alone at the idea that it's going to be changed into a kind of Spider-Verse film for the people that just wanted a third film. But I mean, fuck them. It would have been the same fucking movie. Another Tony Stark villain, but who doesn't really work by himself. He actually has a team. Spider-Man doing things and facing no consequences and pretending like he's growing as a character, but then he quickly retracts in the last 30 minutes to exactly what he was. It would have been the same fucking movie.
Mm.
I'd really love to see more. I like how DC's focusing on solo one-off films like Joker. I'd love to see Marvel do something like that, although it won't happen.
Yeah.
There's a story called Kraven's Last Hunt. That would be brilliant. That's dark as fuck. It's got a lot of suicide and Spider-Man getting shot with the shotgun and fucking like it's pretty full on. A lot of people crawling out of the grave. And
Cool villain.
Kraven is cool. There's room for a serious version of that.
Mm.
But fuck.
I remember an action figure of Kraven.
Oh yeah, Kraven the Hunter. So yeah, it's happening now. I can't believe this is happening. There was I think it was a Spanish channel of some sort that released like a tiny teaser that just showed like clips from the previous 3 Spider-Man throughout and said, which one's your favorite? You won't have to pick anymore. And then it kind of like ended, and then that was removed immediately. And it's weird.
Can you find like re-uploads of it?
I don't know, but it was nothing new. It was just clips from the previous films, and it was all in Spanish, so you couldn't read anything. But
Okay.
but we'll have Kirsten Dunst back as well, and I mean, if they're gonna do like the Sinister Six route with it, who better to lead them than the OG Doc Ock? Like that is pretty fucking cool. But
Yeah.
my worry is that those arms are not going to be practical. It's all going to be CG. You know, things like that. There's just so much worry.
The arms look so fucking good in Spider-Man 2, man.
Oh man, the puppetry is absolutely insane. I don't know how much behind like the scenes featurettes you've seen of it before, but the puppeteering is awesome.
I've actually watched surprisingly little behind-the-scenes stuff for Spider-Man 2. Maybe I should watch more of that. Give me something to do for the next 5 hours.
Yeah, there is a lot of really cool stuff. I mean, the chemistry they all had on set. Sam Raimi is constantly telling people he'll fire them.
Just in case anybody who's watching this podcast isn't aware, the only reason I agreed to this is because I have nothing better to do while I'm waiting for Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, man, Cyberpunk is on the way, which will be hopefully really, really good.
I've got high hopes for it because I mean the same people who made The Witcher 3 are behind it, and The Witcher 3 is commonly regarded as one of the greatest games ever made.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's all fantastic.
You've probably not played that. I played it a bit. I just didn't have the time to finish it. Like other things came up, and I never went back to it. But it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I personally haven't played it, but I've heard it's very, very good. And they've talked about The Witcher 3 apparently being like a practice run for what they wanted to do here, or a demo, if that makes sense.
So our audience can expect an even less consistent upload schedule for the podcasts, because Blake will ask me if I want to do a podcast, and I'll say no because I'm playing Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
And Blake will also be playing Cyberpunk probably.
I probably will, but what I have been doing on the downtime is working on the movie reviews. I
noticed you uploaded a couple of those.
Yep.
I didn't watch that.
That's fine. At the end of the Speed Racer review, I mentioned that I'm going to review all of the MCU. I'm going to try my damned hardest.
Speed Racer one, but I missed that part. But Jesus Christ, that fucking one of 47 meters down. The opening 4 minutes of that review, I just couldn't fucking watch it. That was absolutely cringeworthy.
That was the point. I wanted to make it as bad as possible, and in one take.
The thing is, right? Okay, good job. You made it bad intentionally. It's still bad.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well, I got struck so much for it, like so much flack from YouTube, that I had to take that one down because it was getting blocked in countries and it was just causing me a nightmare. So there's a re-uploaded version without it.
Yeah, and I noticed you re-uploaded it.
Yeah, but it still retains most of what I tried to do. But
yeah, I got a notification. I was like, oh, Blake's released another review.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a second, didn't he already do that one like a week ago?
Yeah. So
then you uploaded the Speed Racer one, and that was pretty good.
Yeah, so that one got blocked in countries as well. So now
I'm pretty sure all of your viewers are Australian.
Yeah, it's fine. But at the end of the Speed Race review, you didn't see it. I announced that I'm going to tackle all of the MCU, and I remember
you saying you want to do like Iron Man or something.
Yes. Yeah. So I've finished it. I've just got to do the thumbnail. It's already uploaded. It's ready to go. By the time this is up, then it should be up.
Are you gonna upload it like tonight so I can watch it while I'm waiting for Cyberpunk?
That would be ideal, wouldn't it?
For me, yeah, I'd like that.
Yeah, help you burn some time.
I like how you put a little Christmas hat on your Discord logo, even though I'm the only person who's ever going to say that.
Jason did that.
He's
like, here you go, here it is. All right.
Like you never used Discord.
Yeah, I know. So yes, I'm gonna try or attempt to do all of the MCU one after another. So I've got a real sense of direction, but fuck whether I get it all.
Like 11, right?
Sorry?
How many movies are in the MCU? It's like 11 or 12, right?
No, it's 23.
One MCU film every week, ideally.
I'm gonna do my best with it. Yeah, so we got Iron Man, the Incredible Hulk.
Your Captain
Yes, I will. I in the Speed Racer review, I actually made a point about that. I was like, oh yeah, some
Have
are
you
better than others.
watched Captain Marvel before?
I have kind of half watched it in the background. Didn't really. Not. I basically just skimmed it to know that I wouldn't be losing anything if I went into Endgame, but it's fine. But yeah, there's a fair
Yeah.
amount of these films, and some viewers that are with us actually haven't seen most of them or the right order or anything, so it's a
Yeah,
good
I
chance
am
to.
that. I am that person.
Well, it's a good chance to sit through and have it the right order. With these ones, I hold them a bit more closer to me, so I break down some of the how a lot of stuff was made, the time, like with Iron Man, I've already done it. That I take you back to 2008 when Marvel was an independent studio and not owned by the big mouse.
Yeah.
And how I was only 8 years old, and how the Avengers was nothing but a dream back then. And I'll kind of take you on the financial and I don't know, marketing aspect of it all, as well as how they came about and how they've been received. Like for the Incredible Hulk, I have a massive bone to pick with everybody that thinks that movie is the ugly stepchild of the MCU. I'm sick of it, so I'm gonna that'll be 40 or 50 minutes of me ranting, which could be really entertaining. I don't
How
know.
much you disliked that Edward Norton isn't Hulk.
I'm mad. All right. Say what you want about that Hulk, but he kicked ass. All right. Mark Ruffalo's Hulk
I
takes selfies
understand.
and dabs. It's not fair. He's not
I
scary
only
anymore.
seen the Edward Norton Incredible Hulk like probably once or twice while I was at your house.
Yeah, man. I've got a massive bone to pick. I can't wait for that one to
The
come up
game,
too.
like the Incredible Hulk game that we had, is that based on the that version of the Incredible Hulk movie, or
Yes.
is
Yeah.
it?
The game was really bad. I had a lot of fun with it, but it was really really bad.
What was bad about it? I remember it being pretty good.
Oh man. Oh man. It was a bleak game. And it would look like a lot of things hadn't rendered all the way in, but no, that was just the map. It was empty. And
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, oh yeah,
I'm
the
remembering because I was thinking about all the fun I'd have punching over buildings and picking up big hammers
yeah,
and
but
whacking people.
you forget the part where Edward Norton phoned it in harder than anybody ever had in their life. Like the models,
That's in its own way.
it's its own thing. But yes, I'm gonna try to talk about all these movies. I doubt I'll fucking get there, but who knows? But yes, hopefully I'll give you something else to watch tonight. I'm gonna finish the thumbnail because at the moment it looks like shit, so I'm gonna change it. But other than the movie reviews, the Spider-Man news, and HBO Max, the last thing I wanted to check in with you about was Auntie Donna.
Yeah. All right.
So you've seen some now.
I've watched all of it. All of
Awesome.
it on Netflix.
Free time.
Yeah. I feel like the first two episodes were both for the most part pretty good. I enjoyed most of those.
Yeah.
And then the other four episodes I just didn't like very much.
No.
Yeah. I feel like almost all of the skits that I really enjoyed were in the first two episodes.
For me, I've had to sit on it a bit more, and for me, it's like these guys have some talent, and it's just there's glimmers of it throughout. They'll say something really funny, like they'll draw a square in midair and say, "Hey, why do you have to be such a cunt?"
Yeah,
but then they'll follow that with
from Pulp Fiction, where he doesn't actually draw a square.
yeah.
Because in Pulp Fiction, she does a rectangle, not a square.
Yeah. So for me, it's you'll get something that hits like that, and then it'll be immediately followed by something where you can't tell whether that was intentional or it was just a joke that just didn't land or hit right. And maybe it's an attempt to.
I think I messaged you this while I was watching it, but I was like, there are some things that are hilarious, and then there are some things where I'm like, this is the death of comedy.
Yeah. Yeah, I
like
don't know how these guys tricked Netflix into getting a show, but they did.
that is not a surprise to me. There's some fucking shit on Netflix.
But for me, yeah, I
But
watched
like,
it all in one stint, all the episodes at once, and it was just a night where I happened to be in a fun-loving mood with it, and watched it with all my brother, and it was just a life riot with us.
yeah, no, I sat down, I watched the first 3 or 4 episodes in the afternoon, and I watched the rest later that night. Later Sunday night, yeah,
Yep.
Sunday, Saturday. And yeah, I mean, there was one joke in episode 6 that I really liked, and it worked best because it was in episode 6, and it's when they revealed that it's in front of a live studio audience, when there'd been no laugh tracks or anything.
Yeah. I know.
Like, that's probably one of the funniest jokes.
That's where, like, they'll just knock it out of the park, and then
Yeah.
it just will be a little bit weird, and then it'll come back again, and then it won't be funny.
Like, I've also found a lot of the jokes go on for a little long.
Yeah.
Like, there's that one where that one guy is miming, like, having sex, and he does it for like 2 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know the scene you're talking about. Yeah, it just feels... It's not... I don't know. Yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Where it's like, it's funny, but it's dragging a bit, and it's not...
Like, yeah, because that one, it, like, starts with a pretty fucking good joke with the fucking, like, clothes they're wearing.
These are my favourite clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't tell whether the jokes why they're like that is whether it's to appeal to a broader audience with different senses of humor all over the shop. I'm not sure.
I was really, really impressed with some of the celebrity cameos they managed to get in. Like, they got Weird Al and Jerry Seinfeld and
Oh yeah, with Jerry Seinfeld, pretty fly for a Wi-Fi. Oh,
no bullshit. One of my neighbors has that as their Wi-Fi name.
Is your neighbor Jerry Seinfeld?
I think I live in the same housing complex as Jerry Seinfeld.
Dude, did you want to go on like Comedians with Coffee with them or something? Like
Comedians in cars getting coffee.
That's right. That's it, man. You could do that. You're a celebrity now. We're gonna get sponsored by Oreo, man. We've made it.
Exactly.
Oreo, hit us up. We'll sponsor you. Someone get that down. Yeah, I like it. Would you
And
want?
it was like the fucking SWAT one.
Oh,
Like, this song's kind of bad, and then it takes an immediate turn. It's amazing.
I know. That's where it can be really good sometimes.
Yeah.
Wow, man. Would you watch the season 2? Would you want one?
I would probably watch it if it came out, yeah.
Yeah.
I like it has its moments
Yeah.
that are really, really good. And like the few skits that are like I'll go like the Morning Brown one, I've watched that like 10 times today. I fuck it. Like, that song is great. It's it's super catchy as well. But very unlike Everything's a Drum. I'm not a huge fan of that one.
Yeah, it's just
kind of annoying.
It's all, yeah, I don't know.
But Morning Brown is great.
Yeah, yeah, Morning Brown. Yeah, it's just hit and miss with some people. I know some people that adore the fucking shit out of this. Like, they've been waiting their whole lives for a comedy show that's like this.
I've been watching some of their stuff on YouTube too. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, maybe just a little bit of pud. Just a little bit of
Don't
pud.
ever go in the kiln.
What are you doing? Get out of the kiln. Yeah.
I'm gonna say Broden is really fucking good at playing a teacher.
Oh yeah. Teacher doing the role here. Good. Are you sure?
90% of Australian teachers are like.
Oh man, I'm glad we've got a show that's more Australian based with this comedy.
Yeah.
And I know one other thing I forgot to mention with it is that what am I saying? It's the way that the humor is done. It's like, let's do something random, and as soon as that one random thing that no one's really thinking about comes up, we'll just change the whole episode to be about that.
You know, I
And like,
did something I didn't really like think they were going to do, but it did. Is how all the sketches kind of seamlessly go into one another.
yeah, it's just constantly, oh, here's a random tangent. Let's just talk about this now. And that's everything.
Yeah, it's like, oh, there's a stray man in the house.
Yeah, on the straight man. If you've watched The Boys, that shit is so fucking funny. Oh my god, it was good. Because Straight Man is Homelander, the equivalent to evil Superman and like the major villain.
I recognize the actor.
Oh fuck, it's good.
There were quite a lot of celebrity cameos in it,
Yeah.
which is kind of surprising for a sketch comedy show in its first season.
Yeah, no, they
That
caught the attention of the right people. I mean, if Weird Al was willing to come on, he thinks they're doing something right. So, yeah, overall I like Auntie Donna. I'd recommend it for people, and I'd want to see a season 2. But yeah, hopefully they could iron out more of the bad jokes, just have that gold stuff. Fuck, we could have a really good show.
Yeah.
Like, I love 3 fucking Toyota Corollas!
Yeah. Because there's another show called Police Squad, and you can find all of Police Squad on like YouTube and stuff, and that show is fucking great. Like, is like, the joke is just constant, like, hit after hit. They're all amazing jokes.
Oh yeah.
But the thing is, like, it's got amazing jokes, then in between the amazing jokes is like, I'm sitting there, I'm watching, I'm like, oh boy, there are some knives in the kitchen, and I might fucking open up my wrists if this shit keeps going on for too long. And then there's another great joke, and I'm like, fucking yeah, that's why I'm watching this.
Yeah, well, that was the show that was dubbed Too Funny to exist, and was like canned because I think it was BBC, or I'm not sure.
I think it's the American equivalent.
Yeah, they basically were like, nah, audiences just can't keep up with this. It's too funny to exist. But yeah, go and seek that out.
Have you watched it?
I've watched pieces. I need to sit there and watch it properly.
I've watched the whole thing. It's really, really fucking good. It's by the same people who made Airplane and The Naked Gun.
Yeah, it's all
It's got Leslie Nielsen as the protagonist. I think he plays the same character that he does in the Naked Gun movies.
Yeah.
I think the reason they actually made the Naked Gun films was because Police Squad got cancelled, and they still had a heap of like ideas that they hadn't used yet.
Yeah, right.
So they made the Naked Gun.
Yeah. Well, in other news, I found this just for you. Space Jam 2, the first story details revealed by LeBron James. So, yes. So, Lakers.
I've been waiting for that.
Oh yeah, Lakers superstar LeBron James says his Space Jam: A New Legacy is more of a family movie that's all about him parenting his son Bronny. Boom.
Is that LeBron James' son? His name?
I don't know. LeBron James reveals the first story details for Space Jam: A New Legacy. Released in 1996, the original Space Jam, blah, 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 went to gross $230 million at the box office. 25 years after that classic film brought together the NBA and Looney Tunes, current Lakers superstar James is revisiting the concept for the sequel Space Jam: A New Legacy. Recently, a Warner Brothers panel at CCXP gave fans their first glimpse of what James what James's animated teammate Bugs Bunny will look like in the new movie. Oh no, they're gonna go 3D animation, aren't they?
Oh,
Ah,
fuck. Oh, yeah. Speaking of 3D animation, I started watching the new SpongeBob movie the other day,
yeah.
and it got up to the scene with Keanu Reeves, and then the zombies in the bar started dancing. I was like, all right. I saw the other SpongeBob movie while I was looking for this on Netflix. I'm going to watch that instead.
That's
And then
right
I
when
did.
Snoop Dogg shows up. He's like the one helping perform that like zombie bar song. It's crazy. That scene's awesome. I don't care what anyone says because I knew Keanu was in it, but no one told me Snoop Dogg was gonna be in it. So it just took my breath
I
away.
must have stopped watching right before Snoop Dogg came up then.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I don't regret watching the other SpongeBob movie because that movie's really fucking good.
Yeah. I'm just. Oh god. Oh no.
I
Okay.
can get you there.
No, look. I love me some. Where's me Discord thing? I love having. Hang on. Sorry. About the Space Jam movie, I've just sent you on Discord.
Oh my god.
LeBron James and the Toon Squad. Let's
Is that
go.
Photoshop? It's gotta be, right?
No, I'm pretty sure. I mean, there would have been elements of Photoshop in it, but I'm pretty sure that's an official still for the
Amazing.
uniform. Yeah, man. Hopefully, I'm gonna save that real quick, guys, so you can see it on the podcast. Holy shit.
That is
Crazy
pretty
shit.
nice.
So, something else that's coming out into HBO Max, I mentioned it earlier, The Matrix 4. I didn't know this was coming around the corner so quickly.
I thought it was already out.
Really? What?
I heard about it like a few months ago and never again, so I just assumed it released, and then I was like, oh, okay.
Well, cinemas aren't open at the moment.
That's a good point. Especially not the one near my house, considering it's a pile of smoldering ashes.
We won't talk about that. So HBO Max will get all 2021 films, including Matrix 4, Dune, whatever that is, Mortal Kombat. I know Mortal Kombat. Ooh. At the same time as cinemas release them. I'm trying to find something on the fourth Matrix film because if it's coming out as early as next year, we haven't heard anything. We haven't got a trailer with nothing. There's been reportedly some set photos, but that's about it.
Can you find the set photos?
I will take a look right now. But but Trinity is back in Neo somehow. It's taken us all the way back. So it was originally slated for May 21st, 2021, then bumped to April due to COVID, and now it's December 22nd, 2021. Okay, so very end of next year. We're anticipating an eventual R rating. What?
Huh.
R rating? I mean, that could be interesting.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Only one of the Wachowskis is returning, and that would be Lana Wachowski, who's set to write, direct, and produce. Ooh, that could be interesting. Yeah, this was the question I had. Wait, aren't Trinity and Neo both dead? Spoilers for The Matrix. Well, yes, but this is science fiction after all. Okay.
Fair enough.
The explanation is simplest for Keanu Reeves' return. Neo is the result of a statistical anomaly repeating itself in the Matrix over and over again. Though the most recent representation of Neo seemingly reset the Matrix, the anomaly still exists, meaning that he could come again. At the end of Revolutions, in fact, the Oracle says she believes she will see Neo once more. Okay. Here's the other one. Trinity is a bit harder, as she dies outside of the Matrix, and her coming was never prophesied via statistical anomalies. Regardless, she was born within the Matrix, ergo she could reappear somehow. The simplest answer though, flashbacks.
Yeah.
Nothing about Morpheus, but I see something like The Matrix 4. I want to see in the cinema. I don't want this to just go straight to a streaming service and just kind of.
Yeah, like the thing is, everyone can say death of cinema all they like, while they're
Yeah.
throwing Molotovs through the window.
Yeah.
But there's a big difference between sitting in a cinema and watching something on the big screen than like sitting on your couch watching it on a laptop.
Yeah, I know, and I just feel it's like going to the cinema is an experience. It just,
Yeah,
it's something else.
even if it costs a little more, it's not just about the money.
No. Well, you remember the day, you remember going out, you remember who you were with when you seen it. It's not, it's so easy, like with when we stream things on services or even just watching movies on streaming services, they just kind of melt away and bleed together.
Yeah. You remember things a lot better when you actually go to the cinema to watch.
So, I found this, and I wanted to bring this up as well. Christopher Nolan. You can call me a Chris Nolan fanboy. I fucking love this man's work.
Well, that's fair. In general.
He commented about all this HBO Max shit, and he stated that, and he's one of few actors like Tarantino who still use film instead of digital to make their movies. And Nolan loves his IMAX, and like when he makes movies, you're meant to see them in the cinema, not on a streaming service. He's one of those people that if he's seen you watching The Dark Knight on your phone, he'd want to slap the phone out of your hand. But he recently made comments on all this HBO Max news, and he said, some of our industry's biggest filmmakers and most important movie stars went to bed the night before thinking they were working for the greatest movie studio, and woke up to find out that they were working for the worst streaming service. Ooh. Fuck, man. He's got a way of just making it hurt.
That's pretty fucking brutal.
I'm pretty sure all of his films have been done through Warner Brothers. I know the Dark Knight trilogy was. But yeah, they're working for the worst streaming service. That's not good.
And to be fair, I hadn't heard of HBO Max or whatever it's called.
There's more here that he said. Okay, I haven't seen this. Sorry. He said Warner Brothers has had an incredible machine for getting a filmmaker's work out everywhere, both in theaters and in the home, and they are dismantling it as we speak. They don't even understand what they're losing. Their decision makes no economic sense, and even the most casual Wall Street investor can see the difference between disruption and dysfunction. Fuck. You later apologized for being undiplomatic. Because you just really fucking... This is pissing him off, and I guarantee it's pissing off a lot of people. The Sun film, it kind of works better for me, because I don't want to watch every movie in the cinema, but like The Matrix 4 or a new superhero movie, I'd like to see the grand special effects, the IMAX shots, where the bars are lifted off the screen and it opens up, and there's just so much you can do with it all.
Yeah,
I'm 100% for cinemas, like I was 100% for Blockbuster before that was taken.
Yeah.
But fuck, it 2021 will be interesting because see, with Warner Brothers releasing all their slate in 2021 and just letting films come out while this pandemic's happening or it's about to become over, is Marvel just gonna keep off the gas and wait while their competitor gets ahead, like with releasing Black Widow, or are they gonna step up and just go, nah, here it is on Disney Plus at an extra cost of this, to just push it out there, makes no sense to let your competitor get a year ahead of you worth in films and stuff. It's just
Yeah.
that's where it's got everyone thinking, because it's not just Warner Brothers doing this and that's just what they've decided to do. It affects everything, and as I said, it could be a good thing because the families that go to the cinema that don't really care or are on their phones or just talking like they would like if they were at their own home, those people will be at home watching it on the streaming service. They won't be at the cinema, so the cinema going experience should be better, and hopefully the admission we pay on tickets will have a lower fee than it will for what it used to be, so studios are making less money and the cinema itself is making more money. But fuck, we'll just have to wait and see. It'll be interesting. But that is pretty much everything I had for today. I don't think there's too much more. Oh, we've been going for a fair while. It'll be another shorter one. This is more an update and just some breaking news kind of thing. But damn. Some stuff happening, man. And this Spider-Verse movie, fuck, man. If they fuck Spider-Man 2, you're gonna get the biggest, angry rant you've ever seen in your life on my channel. I'm gonna
it's gonna be in one of these podcasts.
Oh, man. You'll just sit there and you won't get a word in, and I'll just be going for 3 hours, and you'll just go, yep.
I mean, that's basically what all of them are already.
I try not to.
Too.
Yeah, I need to stop. I take over too much. But I just.
Well, I mean, I'm perfectly fine because most of the time you're the one who's done all the research.
Yeah, I just love talking about all this shit. I can't help it. Yeah, because everything's so sudden and sprung so suddenly. No funny movie of the week or whatever.
One of these days, Blake's just going to make a soundboard of me saying generic responses, and then he's just going to do all the podcast about me.
Yeah, that's right. I'm just going to do all that. I don't even need you, man. Yep. Oh, yeah, cool. So it's like, hey, Netflix, Oh, yeah, cool. That's right, man.
Yeah.
I just make jokes like that. I'll just say, Spider-Man 2 is a great movie, and then I'll have you say, it was okay. I should have you say that in every movie.
Yeah.
It was okay. What do you consider a good movie? Do you consider The Dark Knight a good film? It was okay. Oh, fuck.
I wouldn't watch it again, but it was great the first time. Yes.
It was great the first time, but now it's just okay. Anyway. Well, we'll wrap it up. Thanks everybody so much for watching. If you've decided to not be playing Cyberpunk right now and took time out of your day, which I doubt you have.
No, I won't.
Yeah, I know you won't. We won't see you again. But if you have stuck around, thanks. And if one of you have deep connections to Oreo, then hook us up with a sponsorship. We're going to be sponsored by Oreos. So
send Blake DM.
DM me on my thing through the interwebs. Yes.
If you know anybody who knows Oreos.
And we are not held responsible for any casualties during the theatre burning down in Adelaide.
I am fairly certain there wasn't anybody in the building at the time. There was nobody hiding between the seats or in the bathroom.
Okay, yeah.
I checked.
Yeah, so you got a bit of an insider scoop, so, and me, of course, I don't even know this guy, we just started talking one day.
I mean, that's technically true.
Yeah, we didn't know each other once upon a time, which is...
yeah.
That's actually a hard time to think back to. I can't think before that.
Did our mums meet before we did?
Think so.
Because I remember they both worked in the canteen together, didn't they?
Yeah, that's how it all started. Anyway, leave that for another podcast. The beginning. Yeah. My life, draw my life.
Yeah.
And we will see you all next time, or I'll drop some movie reviews, whatever. But yes, see you everybody. Goodbye.